Hey, it's James Phillips. I want to talk about memory for a little bit. So one of the things that you deal with when you're in a court martial is dealing with people's memory and how it actually affects the outcome of a court martial. I've dealt with a lot of forensic psychiatrists and psychologists over the years. And one of the things that they always do, and one of the reasons we get these people to testify at trial, because one of the things that I think a lot of us believe is that our memory is made up of things that actually happened and are made up of the things that we remember in a way that is consistent with reality. Now, one of the things you'll find out if you talk to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, that's actually not true. We remember things in a way that when something actually happens, we take that memory and what we do is we change it over time to fit with the narrative of who we believe we are. And this can be really important because we literally will change in our minds what we think happens in certain kind of events. Now, this can be really important in, say, a sexual assault case where you have one person, the person that's being accused of it, that person is like, in this encounter, there was never a place where I was told no or she consented, whatever it may be. And what has happened over time is that person has kind of forgotten what actually happened or the words that were actually spoken and changes their memory to be one where they're innocent of the offenses. On the other side, you may have an alleged victim that remembers that she clearly held him off, pushed him, told him no, was very, voracious and aggressive in the way that she defended herself. And really, if you were to go back to that moment, that's just not true. This isn't what happened between the two of them. And so one of the things that is really important in a case, and this happens throughout all these different kinds of cases, is that the longer an event has occurred, the more fungible or changing your memory is. And so the longer you're dealing with something, the farther away it is from something that actually happened, it becomes really interesting to see how people change their stories. So one of the things you have to do is if you have a panel or a jury in a court martial, you have to educate them on this fact. You have to let them know that, look, these people may not even be lying. This is why they come across so truthful. Both sides may sound completely truthful in that scenario we talked about back and forth, but both of them are remembering it from a place where this is what they believe they are. They believe they're testifying to their character and they've changed the events in their mind to something different than what actually happened. And so you really have to take this into account when you're dealing with victims and you're dealing with people that are accused of something, when you're looking at like the time that has passed. And the reason for it is you want to look for, as a lawyer, as somebody that's doing something in defense, and look at corroborating statements, corroborating things that happened at the time that basically back up what your client's saying and bolsters their truthfulness in front of a panel. So really important stuff. It's a trial technique. A lot of attorneys do not use this in the way that they should. So if you're going through an investigation, trial, whatever it may be, and you need a little bit of advice, give me a call, 931-217-7648. You can also text me at that number. Email me at jphillipslaw22@gmail.com. You can use the appointment app below, but you need to talk to me and we'll talk about how it is we can defend you and get the best results in your case. Thank you.